it's keeping on raining, and the body composition, and we had the total body water and body fluid compartments, and intracellular fluid compartment and extracellular fluid compartment, and I think most of the paper corrections are by Cunningham or Romanes, or mostly by Kurana. And we did not have the conversation, we had a conversational gap between them and us, so that they would have marked us right, but we want it entirely to be royal, and entirely to be systemized and educationable, so that we don't miss any of the things. So that's why we had a conversation gap, and we also need fun in learning, and so distribution of total body water in a normal 70 kg person, it's like volume, body weight, and body water, and we had plasma and interstitial fluid, including lymph, and I just marked it down so that we were also not told about the important question and answers. Until the last also we were not told about, but I certainly stuck onto the book. I did not make an effort to buy notes, because since my schooling in arts college, like arts school, so Clooney was an arts college by name, and where I had my majors of physics, chemistry, biological science, and mathematics. So I had a BSc grade of all of these four, and from that time I did not stick on to the notes, just because we are given a honorable degree. Certainly, if my father is in the Kurana, I would certainly not be given a post of a clerk. I will be given his next post only, or his equal post, if he has retired. So I made it sure I learned everything from the book, and it's all of fun, and they take a lot of effort to put in and write on the book. So why we need to spend some money and a waste of time in the notes? And it would have been certainly easier with the notes, but I never had a second thought, because I was lonely, and my friends, like my relative friends, and actually I had mostly boyfriends, my brothers and uncles, then of the girlfriends, because I'm too much attached to the boys. So and after we shifted our home, I did not have much of friends, but occasionally we meet, and so I had this book writers as my boyfriends, so I used to learn a lot and read, but certain of the books, it will be after reading, I can't read it fully. Only a few of the paragraphs I could read, only importance, and I had loss of memory that time. So first year anatomy and all, after traveling a lot and lack of food, nutritious food, it was not a malnutrition. I was eating a lot of food, but I did not have these proteins, milk proteins. I hate milk, and this egg proteins. I don't eat egg also, and also this meat. I don't eat the meat. So lack of these proteins, I had less of energy. um, I was not able to concentrate much, but I had a lot of um, attention towards the words and all. So then we have this transcellular fluid and mesenchymal tissue fluid, and we have the diagram also, and these diagrams were very useful. And like I used to draw and see these diagrams. I don't used to write fully and all. I have like uh, um, very boring, and I can't write much because, and I don't write and see and all directly. I go to the examination all and write because um, if you have a lot of your own people, then the writing and conversation and this viva and everything becomes very easy and jovial. So you don't need a practice also, you can go and do directly. Then we have distribution of ions in the ECF and ICF, and away from the country, from a distance, we have new people. You can easily become friends and do whatever you wish. So and you can certainly find some innovative ideas and all. And so we have the internal environment and homeostasis, that also I have marked and kept, and it's about Claude Bernardet. And we have homeostasis and mode of action of homeostatic control systems, and we have negative feedback mechanism and positive feedback mechanism, and vicious cycle. We had new words and all, and clot formation, childbirth. I think the author is coming to fight with me, so whether that I can mug up and prove in the examination about these words. These words are like ringing bells, so keep on like a swarm of bees, and keep on disturbing us, our thoughts and our memory, and the generation of nerve signals. And we have adaptive control system and the feed forward control. So I had a very difficult mind, and so I was reading 1,000 times about this feed forward control, and so now I'm just laughing at it. And then we had this cell physiology. Then we had all of these, and we had the Russell's bodies, a new name, and we had the Nissl granules, and the Leydig cells, and the sarcoplasmic reticulum. All of this we had in botany, but what was that? We had a less of reading from the Tata Megra Hills. But they were warning us, read from the Tata Megra Hills, you're going to be ragged in. We had a lot of literature writing and all, penning down. So, and we have the peroxisomes and centrosomes and the cytoplasmic inclusions and all of that. And we have the microtubules, the kinesin and the dynein, and molecular motors, help in movement of molecules, the microtubules. So all of the physiology comes into thrush, and we also needed to rush, and mm, and these teachers are like very good at mimicking me, and I also very good at mimicry. Then we have this fluid mosaic models and structures and all of that, and we have the cell adhesion molecules CAM, and if we keep on into detail, not just finish in a year, and just hardly 6 months we had to learn, not even 6 months. And how could we learn this entire thing? Now we are like, we have lost all of the words. We were just made into quacks. So we have the tight junctions and zona occludens and adherens junction and all of these desmosomes and all of that, and gap junctions, and and these words are like new words and different. I think these are from different languages, exactly. And integrins, adhesion molecules, and cadherins, selectins. So all of these Roman numerals. Not even Greek, you see, all of these Roman words. This guy in the Qurana is very much concerned about his Rome and his roads. Even though, like, his father is from Rome, he has written Roman, and his remembrance of his father, I think. Transport through cell membrane, and we have the passive transport, and we have the simple diffusions and all of that, and we have the fixed law of diffusion. So J is directly proportional to C1 minus C2 is directly proportional to A sectional area and directly proportional to the thickness of the membrane. So J is the rate of diffusion. So, and we have some physics and mechanics. There were this lot of paper presentations by the teachers, so that we were not able to differentiate the languages, and so you must have made it more interesting. You must have stated about what is going on in current and popular. So you must have very well known about the Olympics. So, and you must have differentiated each of the subjects and had a quiz. So people make it if a person, if I like Greek, I would learn physiology well, and if I like anatomy, I would learn Egyptian language well. And the diagrams were also given, but this time here I not learn the diagrams much. I think I not draw diagrams also. If I would have drawn diagrams, I would have got a nice mark. So what's there for me, what if we did not make it in the exams? Like, if I have written some review about theory, another person would have drawn diagrams and would have explained it. Another person would have created models and would have explained it. Not everyone is like me, and so you would have had different sources also. Mm. That's why and so like I'm stating a review about it and stating about physiology. Some other person would have been doing some other thing with the physiology, and and also like not only the students, their parents also, who want an approval for a business or a work or a physiological lab, they need to explain and they need to produce a model. So everywhere it works. So why should we waste time in doing things which we can't explain? Mm. So we have the osmolality and osmolarity, and the tonicity of the fluids also, and we have the active transport, the uphill movements and all. And it's a very important 5 mark also was like and types of active transport also. Physiology was just a fake through, and anatomy is still being remembered, and physiology we had less time of learning also, and like in the diagrams and all, we had one more book also. So I have written alongside, I have underlined it and I have highlighted it and written alongside also. Then we have the vesicular transport and all the pinocytosis and all of that, and the exocytosis. So it is a question, and it's about potentials and phosphorylation sites, and so our bane and potassium binding and ATPase and hydrolysis and conformational change, carrier proteins, and controlling the cell volume and electrogenic activity, and we have the calcium pump, and it was very nice remembering my old chemistry and physics, and parietal cells and the renal tubules and all of that. But I can't differentiate. No, it's like not even physics. So physics written by my uncle is very much different. He is a born physics, I know, but the physics written by my Hindu Kurana, somewhat biological he has written. Then we have sodium co-transport of glucose and all, amino acids and counter transport, and we have the cell drinking and cell eating, and receptor mediated, and we have exocytosis, and the docking proteins and transcytosis, all computer language he has written. And transcytosis. Okay, then we'll move on to the 1.4 chapter, membrane potential. So the genesis of membrane potential and Gibbs-Donnan membrane equilibrium. So that was an important question, and we had this NaCl tablet. So then we had the Nernst equation. We have the Goldman-Hodgkin-Katz equation. Then we have the nerve muscle physiology. Exactly, it's a space equation, I think, the Nernst. Yeah, EM equal to plus or minus 61 log conc I conc O. In the mammalian spinal motor neuron, calculated from the simplified Nernst equation. And GHK equation is V equal to RT by F. These and all I did not touch even. Please forgive me, in the Quran I did not learn, because I was very much concerned about anatomy and the words. I don't even know about the bird names, and was simply entering and fully mugging up, memorizing the Egyptian words and the nerve. So this one was very easy, and I easily gained 5 marks about the neurons, just because we know it in the biology. And we have the neurogliae and the structures, the macrogliae, microgliae, all of them, and the I think these are from the Grand Canyon, I think. Yeah. And was very lucky to meet the Grand Canyon and the Indus Valley civilization. So and to see a certain, I don't know whether it is a planet Sun or Venus, the immediate shadow, and a shadowless place, and also a blue ray entering place. So we have the electrical properties of nerve fibers and all of the things. Certainly we would have learned in our KG classes all of these. And we have the spike potential, and like ionic basis of action potential. Like if we were in England, in foreign countries, or in United States, mostly in United States, these would have been a KG subject. And we would have had a lot of notes and interests. Then we have the ionic basis of action potential, and the polarization phase and depolarization phase. We are in page 34. Firing levels and repolarization phase and all of that. And we have Rio base and Chronaxi. So the minimum intensity of stimulus, again space in the Quran is also a space detective. So he has written about the Rios and the Rio base and the Chronaxi. Rio base is a name of a animal, such like a platypus. I think the name of platypus he has written as Rio base, right? Um, and Chronaxi is the name of a horn, maybe a rhinoceros. So what I do is learn all the English words and join it along with the given prefix and the suffix words, so that the correcting channel, the correcting people doesn't recognize what I have made a fusion with. But we did not have independence to write our own, right? Just because if they have recognized me as one of these writers' children, they would have certainly let me to write. But I don't know. But Cunningham was sure about me. He would have stated about me, and but who respects his words and all. And so this firing level was there, and certainly this also I not learn, I think. So I have nice memories of learning. I know what I have learned. Only certain I had just a glance of it. So starting from first page, I'll just turn up, and all I'll memorize everything. Then we have classification of nerve fibers. Theta classification of Erlanger and Gasser, and type A nerve fibers, and type B nerve fibers, and type C nerve fibers, all of that. We have degeneration and regeneration of neurons as a 5 mark also. Somewhat this physiology was quite because Roman words are used only for mathematics, and this physics was like quite confusing, and not like confusing, it is of disgrace and disaster. So and grading of nerve injury, and I have underlined some of that and learned also stage of degenerations and axis cylinder, and changes in cell body of neuron, and stages of degeneration and anatomical regeneration, and we had notes also, but we did not have any other book, only this book was there to learn. And we had practical part was very easy, and neuromuscular junction and structure of neuromuscular junction. We have terminal button, presynaptic membrane, synaptic cleft, postsynaptic membrane. So we have the sarcolemma and synaptic trough, and motor end plate and all, and we have the nicotinic receptors and receptor sites and all of that, and so we had this 8 marks, and we had of no choice, like and we certainly needed to draw the diagrams and all. And see, I'm just on a juncture that my mind has closed about physiology, and I need to explain people about how the body runs through physiology, and it's a very important part of practical knowledge. And so if it was in Tamil, if we had some help in key of Tamil, we would have certainly got it, because all of the things and the programs, the cinema and the songs we hear and all of the things we do in the Facebook and TikTok, and we have politics and all of that, everything is in Tamil language. Physiology must also be in Tamil. And we have exocytosis of cycles and tubular channels and all of the end plate potentials. And I just remember about Germany, Mr. in the Purana. This 1 millisecond by the enzyme acetylcholinesterase, and only when we enter Germany it will be like this pi delta, pi mountain, delta plains, this gamma railway station, and all of the things. And had a nice Germany visit. And usually when you are out from a plane, you certainly land in Germany. And Indukurana always have a long shot gun, and he aims at us running behind. We need to go and hide in the railway underground bridge. That too, the railway is an active volcano. But there is no other way to go to the other area, so we have to cross that active volcano through the railroad, and it costs a lot of money to restore every day. And so see, has written about cure air and bungalow toxin and succinylcholine, carbamylcholine and botulinum toxin and neuromuscular stimulators and carbachol and nicotine, and we have neostigmins and phytostigmins and myasthenia gravis. So today's important topic is myasthenia gravis. So we have already learnt in the biology, and where we were cool in Salem. So I don't know whether everyone just travels towards Vinayaka missions, or like I know 50% of them, almost 50% of them stay in the local area itself, and they come by walk, by the local cycles and auto rickshaws and bikes. But about some 10% along with me come along the road, and others, some 10% come along the bus. I don't know about others. So this curar is a neuromuscular blocker. So this curar is from this ganja. So this acetylcholine released thus cannot combine with the receptor, so end plate potential does not develop. This this ganja and this toxinic poisons, this poppy, I think. Yeah. These have this type of neuromuscular blockers, and it's grown mostly in the Port Blair and not even in the Costa Rica. So that's why Andaman is very much rich and so what the author has written, next we have the bungaro toxin, venom of deadly snakes, also blocks neuromuscular transmission. So this bungaro toxin is something similar to the what is that, and also the botulinum toxin from the bacteria Clostridium botulinum. So this botulinum is mostly found in the sewage and garbage items, like which has a lot of this this mostly actually consider apple and this mangoes and all. They usually grown in like marshy areas, full of dead areas, usually in the map. So there this bacteria Clostridium botulinum grows, and these are usually caused by the gas released by these Clostridium, and mostly usually in the nitrous and the nitrogen regions, this apple and these mangoes and these ripening fruits which are different in structure, like a lime or Mozambique or orange, looks spherical or round in shape. They are of same geometrical shape, but these apple and mangoes are of different geometrical 3D shapes, and these are mostly maybe we can say from the reef origin. And so we have the succinyl colon and carbamyl colon. So these colons, I don't know most of it, like maybe, and not destroyed by these cholinesterase. Maybe some chemicals or mined ones, which are from acetic acid or from chlorine, and then we have this bungaro toxin, is like venom of deadly snake. So actually we saw the snake park in Japan. This bungaro toxin refers to gold, I think. Bungaro means gold in Telugu, and so all of these neuromuscular blockers. So, and we have this myasthenia gravis. So this myoneural junction is unable to transmit signals from the nerve fiber to muscle fiber, so causing paralysis of the involved muscle. Myasthenia is probably an autoimmune disease, and so it is automatically affecting the immune system, and um, is a disorder, an immune-less disorder, and the antibodies are produced against the acetylcholine gated channels, so the receptors, and which are present on the motor end plate. Thus, the acetylcholine which is released is not able to produce adequate end plate potential to excite the muscle fiber. So the end plate potential, so the last known potential to excite the muscle fiber, the next coming muscle, and if the disease is intense enough, the patient dies of paralysis, in particular paralysis of respiratory muscle. So respiratory muscle is paralyzed, and this respiratory muscle is of a new forming one. Well, liver is an old organ of old age, very strong. This respiratory muscle is a new one. It's very common for an attack, and it also stores memory. Most of the memory is stored in the respiratory muscle and the gastrointestinal tract muscle, and the brain, human brain, is very powerful, and we can't say it doesn't store anything. It is a modification and a formation which signifies humans and differentiate human from other animals, and it's a combination of respiratory and the gastrointestinal tract which stores the memories, while liver is an opaque organ, it can't store memory, and it's also an old organ, and also other organs like spleen and the kidneys. Okay, we'll finish with this, then we'll go to the skeletal muscle. It's just quite raining here, and thank you for listening.